One of them is Jimmy Carr. Good luck on the tour and with everything, my friend. We'll be back after the news. On digital radio, digital TV, mobile and online. This is BBC Radio 5 Live. With the headlines, I'm Richard Foster. New plans have been set out to try to crack down on tax evasion. People who hide their money overseas will face bigger fines and could be jailed more easily, and there'll be no need to prove that they intended to evade tax. Alex Salmond will tell the SNP conference in Aberdeen later that a vote for independence is for the country's future and not the future of the party. He'll also say that people from across the divide will be involved in talks if the country says yes. Armed men dressed in camouflage clothing have seized a police station in eastern Ukraine. Police say the gang fired shots and used stun grenades to take over the offices in Slavyansk. The vicar of a Church of England church in Greater Manchester has been arrested on suspicion of raping a teenager. Simon Marsh, who's 54, is the vicar at St Michael and the All Angels in Bramall in Stockport. He's been released on bail. And a court in Pakistan says a 9-month-old baby accused of attempted murder has no case to answer. Musa Khan was arrested along with 12 members of his family following a confrontation between protesters and police over gas and electricity supplies. Sport now, here's Seth.
The pressure is on Arsenal to win the FA Cup. That's the verdict of the Wigan boss, Uwe Rosler, ahead of today's semi-final at Wembley. Although his side are the current holders of the trophy, Rosler says his players are the underdogs.
We're going to Wembley, we can't lose. We only can win. So everybody highlighted the fact that Arsenal now really have to go for the FA Cup and win the FA Cup. Their own players said it this week. And obviously that put a little bit extra pressure on us.
5 Live Sport from 5 o'clock this evening, but we kick off at midday at Ibrox as Rangers face Dundee United for a place in the final of the Scottish Cup. United have knocked Rangers out of the competition 3 times in the last 4 years. In the Premier League, the focus today is on the battle at the bottom of the table. Looking ahead to today's fixtures, here's Alistair Yeomans.
Relegation issues could crystallise or be further confused by the end of play. Fulham are 5 points from 17th and safety. Their visitors Norwich, under new manager Neil Adams, currently cling to that final life raft. Cardiff are a further point adrift. They'll need to improve on a poor performance last week when they travelled to Southampton. Last place Sunderland have to arrest a run of 4 defeats but face an Everton team sensing Champions League football. West Brom can't yet relax despite their win at Norwich. Tottenham come calling to the Hawthorns. But Crystal Palace will be able to breathe much easier if they make it 3 wins in a row at the expense of Aston Villa. In the day's other game, it's Stoke versus Newcastle.
Bubba Watson says he needs to stay calm if he's to win a second Masters title. He leads the way at Augusta by 3 shots after yesterday's 68 took him to 7 under for the tournament.
Just got to keep my head down, same thing I've been doing the last 2 days. Not trying to focus on the crowd cheering for me and stuff, trying to stay level, not too energized, not too excited. That's what I have to do. And, when I do that, I play pretty well. What I have to do is just try to do the same things I did the last 2 days, and hopefully I can do it the next 2 days.
And we'll have plenty of coverage from today's third round from 9 o'clock tonight here on 5 Live. To the British Swimming Championships next in Glasgow, and John Hunt can wrap up the morning's action.
Yes, Seth, the heat's all over for another day this morning, and birthday girl Fran Housel, for so long now, at the top of British sprinting, was a half a second quicker than anyone else in the 50-metre fly. Loughborough's Molly Renshaw looked in great shape over 200 metres. Her breaststroke future looks really bright. The finals of those 2 events and 4 more are the centrepiece of our coverage tonight on 5 Live Sports Extra, with the men's 100 metres breaststroke certainly the standout. Michael Jameson, Ross Murdoch and Adam Peaty in a race to save it tonight, shortly after 7:15.
And you can hear that over on 5 Live Sports Extra. 3 games in Rugby Union's Premiership today. Let's look ahead to them in the company of our Rugby Union reporter Chris Jones.
Worcester's win at Newcastle last time out may prove to be a case of too little, too late. The gap at the bottom is still 9 points, but if the Warriors can beat Exeter today at 6 ways, then the great escape may just be on. Elsewhere today, there's the West Country derby as Gloucester, who still have a chance of qualifying for the brand new European Rugby Champions Cup, host the Bath side desperate to consolidate their place in the top 4, while at Walford Road 2 old adversaries meet as the informed Leicester Tigers, well-positioned 3rd in the table, host 7th place Wasps.
And there was double gold for Great Britain in the tandem kilo at the Paracycling Track World Championships in Mexico. Neil Facky and Pete Mitchell won the men's race, while Sophie Thornhill and Rachel James won the women's.
Penny Gibbs here with your weekend weather, and southern areas probably getting the best deal, I think, this weekend. Fairly dry, fairly warm as well. More unsettled across northern parts. Also, having said that, we've just about lost the early morning rain now from Northern Ireland and Scotland. Rest of the day, brighter certainly, a few showers feeding in eventually, but cooling the breeze. Top temperatures around 11 to 13. Also, eastern Scotland might manage at 14 degrees. The rain is moving on, so it's clouded over across northern England. Patchy rain here for Wales, for the Midlands as well, through the middle part of the day. But southern England hangs on to the drier weather and a little bit of brightness too. 15 in the brighter spots, 12 or 13 degrees elsewhere. A bit chilly tonight in the south, under clear skies. Sunday, chilly start for marathon runners, but that's no bad thing, I suppose. A bit warm by the afternoon. England and Wales, generally a dry day. Bit of sunshine from time to time. Scotland and Northern Ireland, showers and a bit of a breeze, and a little on the cool side.
I promise you I'm not going to extend this any further, but